How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Michael Avenatti. Remember him, the creepy porn lawyer, the lawyer for Stormy Daniels? He has been arrested on felony domestic violence. He got released from jail in LA on 50 grand bail. So if you got arrested, you have a high bail like that, it probably means there's something to it, and it's not just hearsay and whatnot. There's probably some evidence, some probable cause that allowed those whole chain of events to occur. Now, let's back up a little bit and explain what's going on here. Like I said, Michael Avenatti, the creepy porn lawyer, he is or was Stormy Daniels' lawyer. This is the woman that came out against Trump talking about there was an affair and maybe she signed a confidentiality agreement, maybe she didn't, this, that, and the third. I'm not really sure what she was going to get from Trump as far as it relates to any kind of lawsuit, but he was there for that. He's been riding his 15 minutes of fame ever since then. Right now, he's at about 14:59 and the clock is ticking, but I digress. Let's get to the meat of this particular issue. Apparently, a woman, not his wife, it was first reported that the domestic violence claim came from his estranged wife, but it was not her. It was a different woman that's alleging this. Apparently, they got into a fight. She gets black and blue, bruised up, and then she calls the police on him to get a restraining order and also files charges against him for domestic violence. He came out in a press conference after he got released from jail. Well, not really a press conference. It was just a brief statement from him. There were cameras around, but it wasn't a Q&A. It was just him talking for like a minute. He said that he would never do that. He respects women. He fights for women's rights. He has 2 daughters. He would never hurt a woman, would never touch her inappropriately, which is kind of funny, the whole touching her inappropriately. That's kind of a dig to Trump and the whole locker room talk. But again, I'll move on. He came out and flatly denied all of it, and he looks forward to a full investigation. However, if there was nothing here, if there was nothing to talk about, he wouldn't have A, been arrested, and B, had a high bail like that, or C, had the restraining order successfully filed against him. Okay? Now, what I want to see is the reaction from people that were kind of on this guy's side, on Stormy Daniels' side, on people that were against Brett Kavanaugh's side. I want to see their reaction. Is it still believe women? Because let's not forget, let's not lose sight of the fact that there is a woman involved here who is saying that she was assaulted. There's a woman who was involved here who got a restraining order against him. Okay? If not for the woman coming out and speaking against Michael Avenatti, he would have not gone to jail and he would have not had all of what's happening to him in the past 24 to 48 happen. So do we believe women or not? I say give the man due process. That's what I say. However, I will say that there is much more evidence against him than there ever was against Brett Kavanaugh. This man got arrested. You got a witness who is freshly black and blue. You have a restraining order. You have a bail amount. You got all that going on. You got other witness reports. According to TMZ, I know not the best news source in the world. I know I probably could do better as far as news is concerned. But hey, I trust TMZ at this point much more than I trust CNN, MSNBC, etc., etc. But according to TMZ, witnesses saw both Michael Avenatti and also the young lady in question, whose name we don't know right now. They saw both of them after the whole incident allegedly happened. As far as Avenatti, they saw him in this exclusive apartment in the lobby or the hallway somewhere talking about this is BS, this is BS. She hit me first. So according to the witnesses, he admitted that he was involved with a fight with the young lady. Okay. Then they saw police take him into a corner of the actual lobby or hallway of the apartment, talked to him for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then they decided to take him down to custody. Now, apparently, there was enough there for the police to believe that he was involved with the situation and that he assaulted the young lady, because he got taken down to custody, got locked up, and had to get out on 50 grand bail. Now, I don't know when the court date's going to be, but that's going to be very interesting to see what they bring out as far as evidence is concerned. Remember in the whole Chris Brown Rihanna situation, They brought out a picture of Rihanna where she was real black and blue and stuff in her face. They may do the same thing here in the Michael Avenatti case. Only time can tell. I don't know. But as far as a young lady, witnesses saw her as well. And they were saying that she was on the phone crying, sunglasses on, beat up face, talking about, how could you do this to me? I'm going to get a restraining order on you. And there is a restraining order right now. There is a domestic violence case against Avenatti, a felony domestic violence case, and he did get arrested. So all the pieces apparently fall into place. Even if you don't necessarily believe the account of TMZ, he did get locked up. It was on felony domestic violence, and he did have to post 50 grand bail. Those are facts. Everything else we don't quite know as of yet. But as this whole situation plays out, I'm sure we'll learn a lot more about what's happening. Like I said from the beginning, give the man due process. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's guilty right away, because that's what the whole court case is for. That's what the whole fact-finding process is for. That's what an investigation in this case is for. However, there is much more evidence against him than there is against anybody else that has been named in this whole Me Too movement. Maybe Bill Cosby, there's more evidence against him, but nobody, even in Bill Cosby's case, had got Bill Cosby locked up before. There wasn't some kind of charge against him before. It was all based on previous things that happened a long time ago, or the most recent one was like 2004. It was all based on previous things that have happened. Whereas in this case, you got something that happened just now. Like the other day, he got locked up for it. The police were there. You got witnesses. There's a lot of evidence here. He's going to say, let all the facts come to light. Let the whole thing play out. But he was also involved with the Me Too movement. So how can you play both? And what will the Me Too movement say about this? Are they going to believe all women, or are they going to do what Michael Avenatti says, which is to let all the facts come out, to let the investigation take its course? I don't know what's going to happen, but I think those 15 minutes is coming to a very swift end. He's at about 14:59 and the clock is ticking. So what do you think? Do you think that Michael Avenatti did what he is accused of doing? If so, please explain to me why you believe that is the case. Is it because he got arrested? Is it because you have witnesses? Is it because you have an actual charge that's against him right now, rather than just accusations, or a potential charge could be happening? There's no lawsuit against him as far as I know right now. It's only criminal. So I don't know whatever you think about that. Do you think that this kind of highlights the whole Me Too movement and how absurd it can be? On one hand, these people that come out against Trump, Kavanaugh, etc., say believe all women, believe victims. Do you believe victims? But one of the main guys that's involved with that whole thing getting steam in recent years is now involved with a thing that Me Too would be against. How are they going to come out against? I'm not seeing any kind of trending topics on Twitter about this guy from the Me Too people. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not seeing it. But whatever you see, whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.